There is that one shot that you will play on the table, and you ask yourself, where on earth has my luck gone? By simply failing to put a ball on the break. Dog City has his chance. It is not a very open chance. You think that if he were to go for this game, he would go for the yellows, but it is not an obvious yellow game to try and finish. Samuel Shakil, you are so stubborn in the comment section. You're already congratulating Dog City just for having the break in his favor, and yet it's his opponent who broke the frame. That is the situation where we are at. Dog City with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellows, and I will say all of them in a pretty good space, and Malova has 7 reds, all of them bad. He has to apply all of the expertise that has seen him win the Nepal's championship, the expertise that saw him reach the semi-finals of the Grand Mchana Open Championship, the expertise that have seen him being crowned Zimbabwe's #1 player, just in this one frame to try and win it. The expertise that saw him shine at the World Heibo Championships in China as one of the best players that represented Africa out of so many. All of that has to be shown and exhibited in this one frame. Dog City, it seems we'll have only one option here. He knows only one way to do it, and that is the way. And look at that shot. How even can you dare to execute such a shot, and then you do it to such perfection under such kind of pressure? A shot for $1,000 in a 2020 race in which you came from behind. You are trying to settle a score, to defeat someone who has defeated you twice before in both a money match at your own home country on your home table, as well as in a tournament, a big tournament as big as the Grand Mchana Open. You'll need to put, maybe with a big top spin white ball following the yellow, to put both yellows to the same corner pocket on the left, the yellow he's playing, and the yellow at the extreme end of the table, and he plays the shot to perfection, and the word perfection is in capital letters here. He has his one big fan called Kalemapo who is shouting his voice off. He thinks, he believes that his guy is winning this frame, and you wouldn't blame him to think so. One more big shot, which he puts. He has 3 yellows, which are pretty much packed in the pocket. And if you are supporting Dog City, if you are Dog City himself, if you are a member of the Advanced Talent Agency, if you are a Ugandan, you think that Dog City is now on the black. And who would fault you for thinking that Dog City is on the black? All he needs is to calm himself down, to play as if it is a normal training practice game, and he has already been doing that one. And at that age, you just applaud this young man, Dog City, for the amount of passion with which he can withhold the pressure of a big moment. He knows that there are thousands watching both on Facebook and YouTube. He knows that his management team are around. In fact, one of his managers, Steven Sentongo, not being so happy with him, decided to leave the boy in the match with the expectation that it was him causing unnecessary pressure. The move by manager Steven Sentongo seems about to pay off, because as long as Dog City can sink in the black ball, which is being looked at by thousands on social media, wee hours of the morning, it is already Friday morning here. If he does that, then Dog City would have won this match. Here we go. He plays and misses. Pressure, nerves, expectation. To celebrate, to win, to become $1,000 richer, when it was so near and yet it was so far. Malova will have the most difficult game of his life to try and win. If he is to do anything about his game, he realizes he has two dead reds, as if there is a way to play them to connection to the corner pocket on the top left where there is a black ball. There is space between the black ball and the jaw of the pocket. He realizes there is a big possibility here, and he plays the white ball as if I am directing him. He has two choices. It is a very risky move, because it could play the black ball and simply set it, let alone pot it if it all goes wrong. He could play it. He has choice to play snooker here, simply tapping the one of the red balls which are touching each other. But the risk is that the angle is not so difficult for Dog City to find. He does the risk, a very big risk here, but maybe a very worthy risk as well. Actually, it is not very risky, because all of the direct angles have been snookered. Dog City will have to find either two rails or play to the cushion closest to your screen with a big spin to try and find the black. Even finding it doesn't mean it's spotted. Is doing exactly that shot, using one cushion but with a big spin on the cue ball. There we go. He's a guy known for too much skill. He's a guy that has so many highlights in his matches. He's a guy that entertains when there is pressure. Some of the most trending TikTok moments in Ugandan pool are moments by the dog in the city. He has a big one to do here. Here we go. Play against one cushion but with a big spin, white ball moving opposite direction of the one in which there he goes, there he goes, there he goes, and fouls. He was so near, but so far. And I want to think that the two shots that Malova is having on table right now, in this one frame, are the defining moment of his tour of Uganda. 5 hours on the plane from Zimbabwe to Uganda via Kenya, with a lot spent in transport and accommodation and meals and luxury and everything. All that has been done and spent will come to misery if he doesn't finish this frame. And if he finishes this frame, he will go back to Zimbabwe as a very proud boy. He's not a boy, I'm only calling him a boy if compared to my age. He cannot afford to miss. It was a near miss, that one. It wasn't a miss enough. Still, I will say it is now advantage Malova. All the fans are silent. Dog City can only pray for himself, for his team, the Advanced Talent Agency, for his country, Uganda, for this match, for the chance to redeem himself after first defeat from Malova. He can only pray. But a frame like this one, the Malova with the kind of talent he has, you think he has in himself what it takes. Every time that he cues, every step of the way, every ball that disappears from the table is now seeming like a clearance from Malova. It is possible. I now think that he's the favorite. With the world watching, with Africa watching, with a big expectation from home, from his management team, from his fans, from his friends, from his family, who I know and are watching in Harare. He must deliver, and the only way to deliver is by finishing this frame. A very important shot, this one, to pot and maintain the cue ball, and misses. Dog City celebrates. Maluva loses. The pressure of the moment, the miss of longevity, and what an amount of money he's receiving from a fan. I don't even know. So many notes, I don't know how much this will be. Ladies and gentlemen, Dog City, a vast of a coin will do for who will win this one. You would think that they did not even need to play the first 28 games. Only this game matters. And yet in the only game that matters, it is a dry break for Dog City. From where you are watching, there are 7 yellows and 7 reds and the black. All the reds besides one are in space. The black is in space. Advantage Malova. He has to be so careful and so cautious. The situation is so critical. The money is so small, but the impact of whoever wins or loses this frame is absolutely big. The happiness he will get from winning this frame is worth the 4 hours on the Kenya Airways flight from Harare to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. It is worth it. It is, with though not so much money involved, but pretty much an international match between two players very young in age, so similar in ability, so similar in age, so similar in playing style, so similar in dress code, and exactly similar in the scores as it stands. And in the meantime, for Dog City, another chance has come begging. He didn't even believe that he would have another chance to play in this frame. He remained rooted at his table seat for about 15 seconds after Malova failed to make a pot. And then he came back and had a very deep breath, but a very heavy breath, knowing so critically well that all he has done in the last 28 games will not matter if he doesn't see off this one. And he's a guy who only knows to play only one way, and that is all-out attack. And all-out attack, that shot is so reminiscent of the dog in the city, as he is nicknamed. He has played and won so many money matches with a lot more at stake, with a lot more money at stake, that is. Many a times at this very venue. But I don't ever remember him in this kind of situation in an international money match, although with less money, but a lot to try and prove to himself and to his fans and to his opponent and to his management team, the Advanced Talent Agency. With every step he has in this way, he is coming closer to the deal. The only little problem here is that one of his yellows has gotten frozen against the cushion. The good news for him is that he has white ball that has natural effect. If he plays the yellow ball top left, top right of your screen near where he's standing, the white ball in a top spin would most likely open up the yellow ball, which is near the center pocket on the right. That should be the idea to take him home. And this is the trial of the very important shot. Here is the white ball. The opening is okay. Perfect shooting. (14-14). It is the kid born in the city of Kampala, the town of Natete, who has been entertaining pool tables around the streets of Kampala since his childhood, with a chance to take down another player with similar ability, but from a different country and the city thousands of kilometers south of the equator, in Maluva and Mokonza. Now Dog City with a very big advantage here. 2 or 3 shots which he has played, which have turned from one moment a bad game, instead a good game in the very next moment. Backspin here, loading, drawing the white ball backwards. Lovely skill. The rest should be a conclusive clearance of this match in what will be a very painful, a very bitter defeat, if it comes to a defeat, for Malvan Makonza and his compatriot Eshka Chimbwanda. But what will be a very important victory, a very memorable performance for Dog City, because he went so many games down at the start of the match. At one time he was 6 games down. He was able to equalize and pull away, and it Malova equalized himself and got us to the situation where we now have a decider where it is so much at stake in terms of the pressure and nerves and expectations of the players and fans at the venue, and thousands who are watching online right now on Break and Finish Facebook and YouTube respectively. Dog City playing maybe the most important shot of this match so far. Be wary of the position of the black ball. He misses. And apart from missing, he gets the entire shot absolutely wrong. Malova doesn't believe his luck. The players have started in Zimbabwe, where they are watching now in thousands, expecting that their very best has a chance to finally take down one of Uganda's best players on their own home turf. They are expecting from Mashingo and Chimanimani and Marondera and Chitungwiza in Bulawayo, in Harare and Kadoma and the Bait Bridge, in Manicaland and Gweru and Mutare and Kwekwe and Mashodaland all the way to Matebeleland. The Harare Express Motors guy is up in attack. He gets himself a very tricky position of the white ball. He achieved his target to open up the black ball, which was a little bit tricky in between the 2 reds on the left of your table. In the end, he only gives himself a chance to make a very sharp cut of one of the reds near the bottom of your screen on the left, but it has to be a very sharp cut. His other option is to play safe. Good brains, good execution, and no need taking too much risk here. And how about this for moments of pressure? And what a level of concentration. It is a shot with no intention to pot, but a shot that was absolutely well executed. $14-14. If you're just joining the stream, this is the very last bit of action in an ongoing international match, international money match. It is only organized gambling, but with national interests at heart. Between Zimbabwe's best player in Maluva and Dog City up against Rashid Wagaba. And you want to think that there are two reds which are absolutely good on the table and two yellows which are absolutely good on the table, on the left near the center pocket and the top corner pocket respectively. But again, there is another yellow and a red which are within a centimeter of each other. And you think that the game will be won by whoever of these two players reacts well to the situation Dog City is playing right now. And that is what he has done. And it is a very respectable shot. Because you would think that Malova has no access to try and put any of the balls. In my opinion, he will risk trying to play off the top cushion with the white ball twice moving the whole length of the table to try and find the two reds which are touching each other near the corner pocket on the bottom right of your screen. It is an option, but not a very safe one, but maybe the only available option. And here he goes, as if he was listening to me. There we go. Advantage after this shot is with Malova. He is hoping, he is praying, he is expecting. He knows in himself, for the first time in a long while in the match where he's standing, where I'm watching him, he even has a smile on his face, knowing that he has just executed a shot that puts him once again in pole position of winning this game, in which case winning this game will win him the race, in which case winning the race will win him the money. Thank you for watching from the neighboring Kenyan country. You think Malova will win? Jakocha Archives, welcome to the stream. Your player Malova is in some kind of situation here. A very young man he is, but playing like a very experienced lad. Yes, you do think that the expectation, the fatigue of a long race did catch up with him, but at some point he has to make sure. Where is the white going? It is nerves, it is tension, it is pressure. He was so lucky. The shot he did execute was so ambitious, but given the stake involved, given the critical stage of the match at which it was a little bit too risky. He's only lucky that the resulting positions of both the reds and the yellows is still slightly having him, Malova, in a slight advantageous position. There is nowhere to hide for Dog City, nowhere to hide for Malova. It is a race that has to be concluded in the next 1 minute or so. And you would think that Malova wouldn't dare risk play the red ball near where he is standing. It is simply too risky. He will maybe just touch. The intention is probably noted. He wants to have his ball to use to control the top end of the table where Dog City has his yellow, but also where Malova also has been having his red for a few moments in the race now. And now here is where we are. Dog City tempts Malova to pot the one and only good ball he has on table. The effect of Dog City's psychological game is that you must make 2 good shots or else you leave the game entirely in my favor. You are watching Top African Pool plus. There is the shot. It is not good enough. It didn't travel the length of the table entirely. The white ball stopped around the midway of the table, the midpoint of the green bed, which is not exactly what Malova wants. Once again, he's in some kind of trouble. The only advantage he has is that it is his turn on the table. He responds to a tempting shot with an even more tempting shot. What he's trying to communicate to Dog City is that I'm leaving the white ball frozen against the cushion. You make the clearance. You pot a ball. If you don't pot a ball, then let's meet. Dog City will have to think and think and think. Even him being Dog City, the normally very attack-minded player, is fearing to pot a ball this time round. The only choice of a ball he has to put is the yellow ball near the black ball to the corner pocket, bottom left. Remember, the white ball is almost frozen against the cushion. Potting it is easier said than done. Godfrey Mashauri, thank you for watching. Love Joy Marufu, you think it is great stuff Malova is trying to do right now. Princess Tafaza Dube is saying it is precious, Annie. Dog City is fearful of attack. He only has 60 seconds in which to take a shot. I'm not so sure the 60 seconds have elapsed or not. One thing I'm sure of is that being the critical stage of this game, these guys will be left to have all the time they have in the world. Coming live next is Eshka Chimbwanda versus Caesar Chandiga on the same platform. This time round for $1,000 in a race to 15. Albeit a race to 16. Here we are. The Maluva, I know. The kid from Harare will 8 times or 9 times out of 10 pot the red ball, the only red he can see, with a big spin on the white ball to give himself a good position for the next red and maybe win the game. But this is not usual situations. It is not the usual situations of 8 out of 10. It is a money match away from home against a top player, but it won't matter for Malova. He calms himself down and recomposes himself and puts himself now in a very advantageous position with only one good shot. He will be good to go. Put the red ball, the corner pocket top left, to drag the white ball rightwards like that, to give himself a position to put the black ball to the corner pocket on the top, on the bottom left of your screen. He aims He shoots and is on target and wins. And ladies and gentlemen, the kid from